Howdy folks, and welcome back to ArcheRAGE. As you can see, I'm no longer level 25. I have been following the green quest line, which is basically story line, and that's gotten me most of the levels that I have, but I did get, I think, 2 levels from automatic fishing. And if you're not familiar with that, oh great, I might get killed. Be warned, I might get killed. Automatic fishing is basically you get a fishing rod and some bait worms. You go to water, equip the fishing rod like any weapon, and it'll give you a little context menu right here like this. And you right click on the cast icon instead of left clicking on it, and then just click somewhere out in the water where your icon is green, and it will automatically fish until you run out of bait worms. So I did that, and that got me 2 levels. Something to keep in mind. I have discovered quite a bit about this server since I reached level 25 and have been moving upward. And I gotta say, there's some things that are pretty infuriating to me. And I'm not blaming ArcheRAGE, okay? This is not ArcheRAGE's fault. Because some of this stuff, I mean, okay, an example. For years, we all dealt with Tryon saying, oh, we don't have control over that. That's XL Games. They're the ones that are controlling that. We don't have anything to do with that. We don't have permission to do that. Well, since being on ArcheRAGE, I see that probably about 99% of that is garbage. They very well could do something. They just didn't want to for whatever reason. Laziness, lack of knowledge, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. But I've seen on ArcheRAGE these very capable people have put together an amazing server. And it's just, I love it here. This is fantastic. But there is one thing that ArcheRAGE does that I just do not like. I understand it. I completely get why they do it, but I don't like it. This game is centered on crafting. Okay? That's what it is. You're crafting, you're farming, you're a farmer. That's what it is. You can do PvP if you want. You can do the PvE stuff. But this is primarily a farming game. That's what it is. And you can't do that until level 52 in ArcheRAGE, which is something that they set. Now, the reason to do that is to stop botting. Botting is a pretty big issue in any MMO. Because you can sell whatever it is you're grinding for cheaper than everybody else because you're just using a bot to do it. It's not like you put in any effort. So you're undercutting everybody. You're making in-game money left and right. And when you get enough of that, you turn around, go to a website and do real money trades for it. And it's not allowed on any game, but they still do it. So one of the countermeasures to botting was you can't do any farming until you're level 52. Really sucks, but at the same time, with the experience gain increase that they have, you'll get to 52 in a few hours. It's not that big a deal. You could even do it all fishing, because that is one thing you can do with your labor is get the worm compost, plant that, and then harvest it. Now there's a trick about the worm compost. The worm compost cannot be planted on a public farm. You have to plant it outside of a public farm if you don't already have your own property. Kinda sucks. So what I did is I found a mountain, climbed halfway up it where there was a little ledge with some brush around it, dropped 4 worm compost there, and sat there for an hour and a half until they matured. Yes, an hour and a half. That's it. That's part of the increased rates that they have here. So, I mean, it's doable. It's perfectly doable. There's not anything really to hold you back too much. You're just going to get a late start on your professions if you're used to the official server, where you can go in and just start mining right away or start logging right away. You can't do that here. You have to go through and level up through other means. Again, it ain't bad. It's annoying to me, but I completely understand the point behind it, and it seems like it's effective. So, good job, I guess. But the fact that they can change that, the fact that ArcheRAGE was able to set it so that you had to be level 52 in order to do any farming, harvesting, crafting, any of that, that proves right there that Tryon was always full of it. They did have the ability, they just didn't have the will. And it's so aggravating to see that. Now, I did spend the better part of the morning talking to Admin Sparkle, who was very helpful. And I was not expecting the level of help that I got from her. Most of the time, whenever you're dealing with a private server admin, they're very short. They're like, get to the point, what do you want? You know, they don't have time for new people. But I dealt with Admin Sparkle this morning. I talked with her for quite a while. She was very helpful, gave me all kinds of information. And I gotta say, I'm definitely thinking that this is going to be my new home for ArcheRAGE. The way that Admin Sparkle engaged me, a complete stranger, and answered all my questions was pretty well convincing in itself. But then the information that she gave me, all the upcoming stuff, sorry, getting a little tongue-tied there. Right now it is Thursday morning as I'm recording this. So Friday, Saturday. Saturday is when they are doing the 3.5 update. I was mistaken about that. It's still in 3.0. They are doing the 3.5 update on Saturday. And with it is going to come a ton of changes and new stuff. And I'm not going to go through and list off every single thing that changes. I'm not going to list off everything that's added because Admin Sparkle's already done that. She created this very extensive forum post that covers everything, and she did an amazing job at it too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link to it, to the thread that she made down in the description box below. And you can go check it out for yourself and see what all's coming and what all's going to be different. But yeah, I mean, there's, oh yeah, the last question I had at the end, is there housing? Oh yeah, there's housing. There's just no land available because everybody's on it. But I've been watching the chat, and people are always selling, and the rates are slightly lower, it looks like, than the official server. So you could probably get stuff, more stuff cheaper here than you could on the official server. But that's another one of those we'll see type deals. I'm not rushing into getting land right now. I just wanted to go around, check everything out, get into the crafting a little bit. But from what I've seen so far, you're going to be fine. You're not going to have as hard a time here as you would on the official. Perfect example of that is the bamboo fishing rod. Well, how are you going to get that if you can't craft? Simple. Everybody's a patron. So you just hit P and pull up your auction house and you put in just fishing like that, and there you go. Whoa, it's not even on the first page. There it is. Wrapped, that's a springy steel, and that's for 55 gold. Earlier, whenever I was on earlier, there was a whole bunch of the wrapped bamboo fishing rods, and all of them going for almost 7 gold, a little less than. And you'll have that by the time you get to about level 30. So it's not a problem. Once you get to level 30, which at these rates happens pretty quick, go to the auction house, get a fishing rod, plant yourself some worm compost, harvest that, then go to the shore and start fishing, and you can get levels that way. Just make sure you use all of your experience gain potions that you have so that you can get the most out of it, and everything will be fine. But yeah, check it out. See, there's player housing. People are here, and I mean, this one's not even built, but here's one for sale. But that is something that's coming in the 3.5 update. I had forgotten that that wasn't available in 3.0. Let me see how much this one's going for. 1,999 gold. It's not that big a deal. Especially being out here. So here's another one being built. But yeah, what 3.0 does not have at the community centers, they don't have the listing of all the properties in the zone that are for sale. I'd forgotten about that, and I went to one of those community centers trying to see what was for sale, and it just, like, no. There's another 16 for just under 2,000. Oh, here's another 16 right over here. Look at this. I mean, they're all over the place for sale. And I think these are all the same person because the price is the same on all of them. But with the 3.5 update, we're going to get the housing listing on the community center boards. So you'll be able to go to a community center, pull up the board, and see what's for sale and where it is and all that, and just go straight to it if it's something that you want. And like I said, 1,999 gold, that ain't bad for a 16 on a server that's packed. And it is. I mean, there is no empty space available. I've just been running around the maps while I've been doing these storyline quests, and holy crap, people are packed in tight. There's people that are planting right outside of their property lines just because they don't have enough properties to plant everything they need to plant. Gold farming or whatever. So you're still going to come across that too, the quote-unquote illegal farms. And hey, we all know if it's not unprotected land, it's fair game. But yeah, I mean, I didn't really have anything particularly planned for this episode. I just wanted to let everybody know my findings since I've been playing from level 25 to 47. Oh, that's right. There was another person that was very helpful. Give me a sec. I'm going to see what his name is. Yeah, look at me multitasking. I'm running while I'm trying to see what this guy's name was. Let's see here. It is... Well, give me a second. Well, he goes by Z. Just the letter Z. And he's an Eastie. He's on the east side. But once he found out that I was west side, that didn't stop him from answering questions. He was more than happy to help out. Of course, he called me a filthy Westie before he helped me out. But, I mean, he was still nice about it, and he was very helpful. And that was on the Discord that I talked to him. And that's one of the things that I'm finding is the community here is, it seems like the majority of them are very helpful. Just like on the official, you've got some people, it's like, okay, why are you still here? But for the most part, the people here, they seem to be helpful. They seem to want to help. Right after I stopped recording last time, I'm still level 25. I went and doubled back in Aubrey Cradle, and I came across another player, a different one than the one that I was helping before. This one was max level and farming, and I saw their properties, so I stopped to talk to them about trade packs. And they stopped what they were doing and went ahead and talked to me, gave me all the answers I needed, and then they went on their way. And they weren't rude or anything. They were actually quite polite. And it's just like, where is that? How come I don't see that anywhere anymore? It's a little annoying. But yeah, oh yes, that was another thing. One more little point that I wanted to make. Something that Admin Sparkle has informed me of is that there are still several players on ArcheRAGE that are also on the official. So they're playing both. And I tested it. If you launch ArcheRAGE first and then you launch the official, you can run both of them at the same time. But if you launch the official first, ArcheRAGE won't run. And Admin Sparkle says that that's not on their end, that they didn't set anything up like that to block it. So that very well could be on ArcheRAGE's end. But yeah, if you're going to play both the official and ArcheRAGE, and you want to have them both running at the same time, which I don't see why you would need to. You're automatically patron here. You have to launch ArcheRAGE first. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to. That's all there was to that. I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just running along. Okay, let me take a look at the map and see where this quest is. I think it's in Sandy. No? Is it in Halsey? Not Mary. Halsey? Yeah, it's in Halsey. Okay. So that's where I need to go. Alright, so I need to turn here. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, I don't know. I went to Marienpol, and there were people there, plenty enough. But it wasn't laggy or anything like that. I didn't have any problems there. I've been watching the trials as they happen, and pretty much everybody's okay with it. I mean, like on the official, somebody's in trial, and there's always somebody AFK, and there's always some issue going on. But I haven't come across any AFK jurors on this one yet. I've been watching all day yesterday, and I never saw any trial last for any period of time because all the jurors were sitting there at their keyboards doing the trial. Just another little thing, and that's what it is. That's what it all comes down to, is the little things. Because, I mean, yeah, you've got the game. You could play the game here. You could play it on the official. That's fine. Either way. But what's the quality of your gaming experience? Are you enjoying it? Are you happy to be playing the game? You know? And there's been times I've been on the official. It's like, ugh. I gotta take care of this stuff before I max out my labor, or I gotta take care of this before it expires. I just don't feel like it. I don't want to deal with this right now, you know? It's so irritating. And a lot of it has to do with the toxicity of the chat, which I've seen some of that here. But that's going to be any MMO. But again, the little bit that you get there versus overall. And I'm saying overall, I do believe that ArcheRAGE is far better than the official in various aspects. The only thing being that they're lacking some of the costumes that can only be found on the official because they're in 3.0 about to be 3.5 instead of, what is it, 5.1 on the official. And that's to be expected. Now, I'm sure that there are some people who have seen this video and they're wondering, well, why is the private server so far behind? I mean, that's a few years behind. Well, there's a couple of points to that. One is it takes a long time to basically decode a game. And I'm not even sure what method they used to crack it, but that's essentially basically what it comes down to. Is you've got to take the game down to its core parts and then rebuild it into something that you can operate. Let me grab that. I say grab it. And this is my experience from Ragnarok servers. I used to run one of those. I've been on a few of them. And it's a whole community of people. It takes a lot of man hours, an unbelievable amount of man hours, to first break down the code of an MMO, and then, would you get over that rail? And then to rebuild it into something that anybody can use. Like with Ragnarok, I can't even remember what the file system was that they used, but the community converted it to C and C++, so that anybody who understood C and C++ could run their own server. And that's kind of the deal that happens here. And that is not easy. It's not quick. It takes a long time to do. Another point on it is you cannot be at the same pace as the official or even just a week behind it, because then the official is going to come after you. Like right now, I would imagine that the reason that XL Games hasn't come after ArcheRAGE, I don't know. I'm speculating. Do not take this as gospel truth. But I would assume that it's something like what Gravity did with Ragnarok, where they decided, hey, let's see what they do. Maybe we can make improvements based on what they're doing. And one of the things that they could definitely improve is the labor gains. The labor system in the official is garbage. I'm sorry, but how are you going to... Okay, patron on the official is 2,400 credits. I think that's right. And one Apex is 1,200 credits. And an Apex on the website is $9.99, I think. So basically, for $20 a month, you get 10 labor every 5 minutes. Are you kidding me? What the heck is that? It is so slow. But here, the 40, it's not so insanely fast that you're just always full. But you're also not sitting around forever waiting for your labor to build back up. Or just like, well, I did everything I can do today. I guess we're done with the game now. And we'll come back tomorrow. You know, because I do that all the time in the official. I'll start something. I'll run out of labor. And then it's just like, well, I guess I'll finish this tomorrow. Because that's when I'll have enough labor to continue. You know. But here, with the 40 per 5, I mean, that's awesome. That's perfect. I don't know if it could be better balanced than that. That's something that the official should probably take a look at. And there's a bunch of other stuff. I mean, I didn't go through the marketplace extensively. I didn't spend hardly any time in there. But I did notice that there's significantly fewer items in here. And I'm not sure if that's because it's 3.0 or if they've removed pay to win items. I don't know. I didn't look. And I didn't speak with Sparkle about that either. So I'll let you figure that one out on your own, because the whole pay to win thing, that's for PvP, and I don't care about PvP. I'm a farmer. That's what I care about, is farming. So, we'll see. Like I said, the pay to win's never been that important to me. The only thing that does matter is that, like, if I couldn't get past level 51 without paying something, that would be a little screwy. I don't think I'd care for that. So, it's alright. But yeah, like I said, that's what Gravity did with Ragnarok, is they allowed it to run so that they could see what the private servers did. And if Gravity liked something that the private servers did, they took it. They said, that's ours now. And there was nothing they could do about it because they weren't being shut down. They were being allowed to operate, you know. And they were significantly behind the official. That's just how it is whenever you're running private servers. There was a World of Warcraft private server that I checked out before Blizzard lost its mind, went and shut them all down. And it was significantly behind the official. That's just how it is. So accept that. Know that they're going to catch up eventually. But if you just can't wait, according to Sparkle, it seems like, now I might be misquoting her here, but it seems like it's not a problem if you want to continue playing on the official. I don't see why it would be a problem, to be honest, but there it is. So I'm going to continue following the storyline quest, and if I'm still not up to level 52 by the time it's trying to send me out to Diamond Shores, then I'll probably go and get some more worm compost, plant that, and do some fishing, so that I can get the rest of the way up. And once you hit level 52, all of the crafting is open to you. You can go out mining, logging, all of it. You can do everything. So that's going to do it for today, folks. I hope you found this helpful. If you enjoyed it, please go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye now.